Hey guys, it's Erin or Everyday Erin, and I am back with NaKniSweMo Week 2 update to show you what I have managed to accomplish in the last week, which would be the second week of National Knit a Sweater in a Month. And it's been an eventful week. The majority of my time was spent on one sweater, and that is the toddler sweater. Now, I've knit this sweater before, and I don't recall having issues with it. As you may remember, last week I told you my woes, where I knit one sleeve, finished it, knit the second sleeve, and realized that the first sleeve, the first 4 rows were wrong. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It got worse from there. I have never in my life made this many mistakes knitting anything, let alone something I've knit previously. So I'm going to tell you all the mishaps I had along the way. And there are a lot of them. So, before I went back to the first sleeve, I decided to knit the back of the sweater. I knit the back of the sweater. I had no problems with the back of the sweater. Famous last words. Then I went back to the first sleeve. I knit the first sleeve over. I just knit from one sleeve to the new sleeve. I held the first sleeve, the new third sleeve up to the second sleeve, and it was 2 rows shorter than the other sleeve. So I put that to the side, and I said, I'm going to work on the front. I did so well on the back, I'm going to work on the front. So I knit the front of the sweater. I got to the separate where you start decreasing for the sleeves, and I noticed my cable that's supposed to go right down the middle was 2 stitches off. So on one side, there were 2 stitches less than on the other side of the cable. So I had a little fit about that for a while, and then I unknit it and I knit it again from start to finish. This was on Friday, and Friday I was like, oh, I'm gonna be done with the front of the sweater. No. Saturday I finished the front of the sweater. Saturday I finished the front of the sweater. Yesterday I went back to my sleeves and I took sleeve number 2 and I ripped back to the decreases and then down a couple rows, and I reknit the shaping on that. And then all the sleeves were the same size. The front was done, the back was done. I go to join the neck, because you take all the pieces and you join it at the neck. The pattern has you join it flat, but I join it in the round. And I realized that the back of my sweater has too many stitches. I thought I had been done with the back of the sweater. No, I cut the yarn with like 7 or 8 rows to go. I guess I just decided I was done. So I had to take those all apart, knit some more on the back of the sweater. That didn't take too long. The biggest hurdle was getting all the pieces with all the right stitches. Anyway, so I did that. Put all 4 pieces back on to one circular needle so I could start knitting the neck. I knit the neck, I'm knitting, it's wonderful. I bind off. I said, oh, the sweater's finally done. All I have to do is seam it up. And I hold it up and I'm looking at the back of the sweater and I see these beautiful looking at the front of the sweater and I see these beautiful cables. And I turn the sweater around and I see the back side of the front of the sweater. So I had knit the entire neckline onto the sweater with the front backwards. Oh my Lord. Kristen and Tom were having a good laugh about this, because I said, if this wasn't for someone else, this would be in the fireplace right now. Not really. So I took out the neck. I ripped back all the pieces. Made sure they all had the appropriate number of stitches. Turned the front so it was facing forward, which actually made picking up the stitches on the neckline a little bit easier. the second time around and I knit the neckline on it. And I put it down on the floor and I took a picture, and wouldn't you know, everything was the way it was supposed to be. So the sweater does need to be seamed. It's right here. It does need to be seamed, and then I'll give it a good wash and a block so everything kind of relaxes and evens out. But this is the sweater that almost never was. If this wasn't for somebody else, I don't know if I would have persevered. So here we go. This is the front of the sweater, and unfortunately this color just does not show up the greatest on camera. But this is the front of the sweater, and the cables are on the correct side. And this is the back of the sweater. And again, the cables are on the right side. And these are the sleeves, and they are the same length. And I don't know, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, I'll sit down. Probably tomorrow. I'm going to sit down and seam this up. It shouldn't take a couple hours. Not that big a deal. And then he will be done. It's a he because it's going to a little boy, so I'm calling it a he. But this has definitely put my knitting skills to the test, let me tell you, to the test. And I would knit it again. I would totally knit it again. None of those mishaps discouraged me from knitting the sweater. It was a little bit comical towards the end when I held this sweater up and I was like, oh, look, I'm done. And all I saw was the back side of the cables. So this one I'm gonna say with a fair amount of certainty will be done this week, which will be the end of week 3. I have not knit on Kristen's sweater yet because after I got the neckline on that last night, it was late. We had company over yesterday for an early Thanksgiving, and I needed a win. I needed a walk in the park. I needed something easy. So I pulled out this sweater, which is called, what is this called? Oh, Silver Thorn, which I showed you, which is my third sweater for NaKniSweMo. And I just knit, there's not much to see right now. I just knit the neckline and the back shaping. I'm ready to add the second color in, and so that's what I did on that. And this I'm going to put away. I'm going to tonight pull out Kristen's sweater and try and finish this one or both of the sleeves. I can't honestly recall where I am. I know there's not a lot left on it, but it is bigger than, you know, this cabled sweater. So I'd like to get hers completely knit to the same point as this sweater, and then I can seam them up together and block them together. And then hopefully I can get this sweater out in the mail after next week's update to my cousin in case she wants to wear it for she wants her son to wear it for Thanksgiving. This one, I don't know, it's almost going to be hard to let it go because I feel really attached to it because we've spent so much time together. I am learning, though, that I really, 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 really enjoy cabled sweaters. So we'll see. I'm hoping on this one, if there's time to get to where you separate for the sleeves this week, we'll see if that happens. I feel like I am going to finish NaKniSweMo. If not, I'm going to be pretty darn close. I have been knitting other things along the way because I've had a couple people order things that I've been working on, and I pulled out my Addy machine and I've been working on that. So I haven't been working exclusively on these things. I've actually only been giving them an hour or two a day for the most part, except for on the weekends I give it a little bit more time. So that was week 2, and it was a week, but all good in the end. Hopefully this will seam together easily. I seem to remember it was pretty straightforward last time, so that is where I am. I think that's it. All right, until next time, I hope you all are doing really well. All right, bye-bye.